Is the Niners Super Bowl window still open? I think this is an important question for the Niners to answer honestly because it'll lead them to the right decision with Trent Williams. Seems to me that
So
if you think your Super Bowl window is still open, then maybe you work something out with Trent. And if you feel like you missed it, then maybe you don't. What do you think?
so here's my thing. I think it is, but you have to make moves. Like it's
Mhm,
not open as is. If you
mhm.
sign, like we were saying, you sign a veteran safety, if you get a good receiver, like a good younger receiver, or draft a good receiver, and you add a couple pieces, yes, I think the NFL's pretty open, and I think that's a good thing for the Niners because if the Eagles had a coaching staff, this NFL wouldn't be open, and your Super Bowl window wouldn't be open. But like it is technically still open in my opinion. But are you going to make the moves to keep it open or like pull it open? No, if not, then
I mean,
don't
it
sign
seems
Trent.
open because the league was so mid last year. There's all this parity. There aren't that many dominant teams, and you have a good quarterback, and you have a good backup quarterback. And so I feel that you won all these games last year. But I feel like at the same time, what's unfortunate for the Niners is the best team in the league is in your division. Second best team in the league is in your division. And let's not even talk about the Rams. The Seahawks are better than you and younger than you. Like you're a draft or two away from catching them. And as long as their Super Bowl window is open, I don't see how yours is open as well. Like you have to catch them or hope that they're more injured than you this year, which is like good luck. I don't know.
I mean, the way I see it is they're probably losing K9. They're probably losing Tariq Woolen. Sam Darnold's still their quarterback.
True. And they
So,
lost their offensive
and they
coordinator,
lost
and
their
we don't know about
OC.
Brian Fleury.
And we don't know how Charbonnet is going to be after his knee injury.
That's true.
So
That's
it's
true.
one of those, and their offensive line really wasn't that good. They played a lot of jumbo.
Shut up.
They played a ton of jumbo,
Their
which
offensive
again,
line is way
I
better than
think
the Niners'
it
offensive
is,
line.
but I think it's because they played jumbo and Kyle refuses to play it.
Okay,
I
that's
think he
fair.
should play it.
Mhm.
And that's what I'm saying is if they they have to actually be aggressive. They can't talk about being aggressive. They have to actually be aggressive. If they actually got aggressive and they had even a solid draft, they could be right there with them.
Yeah.
But that's the problem is they won't be aggressive. They'll sign a Debo, Mike Evans, and in that case, no, it's not open.
But to me, what like the problem is, I mean,
I'll say this: if we had Howie Roseman, yes, our Super Bowl window is open still. I'll say that.
if the Niners had the D line they had a few years ago, their Super Bowl window would be open because if they could go against the Seahawks, shut down their run game, and put pressure on Sam Darnold, it would be a game.
Mm-hmm.
But they can't do that. And they just spent all these picks on defensive line last year, and none of them are pass rushers. So it seems like to get to the point where they can really say they're better than the Seahawks, they have to get pass rushers and often they have to improve so much in the trenches.
Mm-hmm.
If all they do is add Debo and Mike Evans, it's ridiculous. I mean, isn't it like true in football that if you have all that talent on the outside, but you're getting your teeth kicked in the trenches, you're gonna lose.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna
I mean,
lose.
dude, look at the Chiefs against the Buccaneers when they lost
Yeah.
the Super Bowl. They
It's
had the
really
best
hard to win a
quarterback.
football game when your offensive line is getting its teeth kicked in. It doesn't matter who your quarterback is, who the weapons are. But if your offensive line is winning the matchup that day, you can win games without the best skill position group. If your offensive line is actually winning the trench matchup,
Or even just holding up. Like they don't even necessarily need to win. They just need to okay, the first half against the Seahawks, I think the Niners offensive line did hold up a little bit. But then you look at the defensive line and they were getting obliterated. Like both sides of the ball need to be really good.
holding up, dude. But I'm talking about an offensive line that can wear down a defense.
No, I
point
agree
where
with
in the
you.
fourth quarter. Yeah, like I want more than holding up. I feel like the Niners aspire to holding up. And if that's all you want from your offensive line in the fourth quarter, it won't hold up.
Mm-hmm.
It won't because
That's
it's
another
tired,
reason.
because it's overmatched.
And that's another reason. Like I thought that's what they were going to plan on doing when they signed Luke Farrell was play in the jumbo. The Steelers, so many teams played 6-7 man offensive lines basically this year. It was insane. The Seahawks did it a ton. The Steelers did it a ton. The Patriots were doing it a ton. Like it was like, okay, if our offensive line isn't
What's
that
the
good,
point of doing that when you have Kyle Juszczyk though?
oh, I agree. I think Kyle Juszczyk's
He's so
horrible.
much better than every other
True.
player in the league. So
Like, but that's the thing is like you have you're signing blocking tight ends, but you're not running jumbo, which is built for blocking tight ends.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't understand it. It's like, I get it. Jawan's slow. Ricky's hurt. Well, good thing you drafted Jordan Watkins. Like, it's all these things where it's like, it just shows Kyle's really like, I get people want to say he's adaptable because all the systems in the NFL are built around the Shanahan system. Kyle Shanahan himself is very slow to adapt.
Mhm.
Like, every team in the league's doing jumbo. Your offensive line sucks. Most coaches would go, we should probably maybe add this package to our book, like see what we can do with this. Kyle's like, maybe next year we'll try that. I think what we got this year is good, you know? And I just, I don't see how it works when Kyle seems to struggle to like make changes on the fly. Where it's like,
Because the
this
thing
isn't
that was
working.
working for the Rams this year was 3 tight ends. And it was
Yes.
working against the Seahawks. As the whole league has gone to like spread offenses, the Rams figured out and like defenses responded by going, we're gonna go nickel, we're gonna go too high, we're gonna be soft, we're gonna be light in the box. The Rams punished them for that. And not with like the greatest tight ends in the league, just
No.
some good ones. So I just looked up on Sumer Brain how many snaps were George Kittle, Jake Tonjes, and Luke Farrell on the field together this season, and Sumer Brain said 4. 4 snaps.
And my guess is those were like goal line snaps.
Yeah.
Like
4.
But and that's the thing, like I don't understand. Tonjes, I mean, I wouldn't re-sign him anymore after the injury because yeah, it's just not worth it. But like, I think if they got like, what if they went out and got like David Njoku, right? And you have him and George together. That is a very good 2 tight end. But for
Or
whatever
even
reason,
better, what if they drafted Kenyon Sadiq?
sure. Again, I
Yep.
think that's awesome. I
Yep.
think he could be a great
Yep.
successor. But
Yep.
here's my worry. We have just had, in my opinion, the best tight end in football, period, for the last decade. And he has never been the focal point of our offense for God knows what reason. If we're drafting Kenyon Sadiq, a tight end that can block and play receiver,
Mhm.
and he's not the focal point, you just wasted a pick because he is incredible. That's like having
looks really
Brock
good.
Bowers and throwing to him 3 times a game.
I was just watching him the other day. I'm just getting to know these guys, but when you watch his highlights, the first
Bro, he's
45 seconds, you're like, "Oh,
disgusting.
yak. Okay, you're a yak guy, and you run really good routes, and you're fast." It's like you might not be much of a blocker, but like I don't care. Neither was Travis Kelce. This guy looks like a guy you could potentially throw 100 to 130 passes per season to, and when he's soon, maybe not as a rookie, but soon, which is what they need.
And that's what I'm saying is like, and that's again what I'm saying. Like, Kyle seems so bad at adjusting on the fly. Like, George Kittle is your best receiver. He is the best offensive player you have had for years now. Why has he never been the focal point of the offense? Like, it makes, and if your answer is offensive line, then put Luke Farrell out there to block so George Kittle can chip and run routes. Like, every
Maybe it's 'cause
time
they were afraid he was going to break down.
I mean, sure, then like find someone. Like,
Yeah.
their answer is Mike Evans, a 33-year-old. Like, dude, he's gonna die.
But I just want to say, if they draft Kenyon Sadiq and their starting left guard is Nick Zakelj, they're not going to score any touchdowns against the Seahawks next year. It's going to be just as bad. You could get all the weapons in the fucking world, but if you're getting destroyed up front against the Seahawks, you're going to lose. So keep that in mind. And I don't understand why the Niners haven't figured this out. When you ask their offensive, their team identity, they're always like, we really want to have a great D line. Why stop there? Why stop there?
Yeah, they
I don't understand.
really. And here's my thing: is like, why is Kyle like? Why have we never just been like, okay, let's just go full force offense. Let's build a baller offensive line and some great skill guys for Kyle, our offensive coach. It's always like, just pour money in the defense, bro. I'm fine with being mid on offense.
It kind of comes across as like, look, most teams need to be strong on both sides of the trenches, but not us, because we have Kyle Shanahan, and he's so good that he can work around a mid to bad offensive line because he has a million ways to get the ball out of the quarterback's hands. And then maybe that was true 6 years ago when he had Mike McDaniel on his staff and Jimmy Garoppolo was his quarterback. There were all these quick throws and stuff, and they could run the ball to the perimeter,
Brock
and it didn't
doesn't
really
throw it
matter.
quick.
They don't do that anymore. And
But look what
now you have a
Dak did.
quarterback who's supposed to be elite. And what's funny is Joe Burrow making the same amount of money. He gets hurt. Everyone crushes the Bengals. Well, look at that offensive line. It's not good enough. You haven't invested in it. No one cares that the Niners aren't investing in their offensive line. No one cares that Brock Purdy has to run around so much.
I don't necessarily think he needs to, but yeah, I think he likes to.
Yeah, I think Mac
It's like,
Jones
look
kinda
at
revealed that one.
yeah, like that was my funny thing is everyone's like, well, Mac wouldn't have changed either Seahawks games. I guarantee you, he would have scored a touchdown in one of those 2 games.
He
Unlike
couldn't have
Brock.
been worse. He
Yeah,
literally couldn't have been worse, and I think his playing style is actually the antithesis of Purdy's, and Purdy's playing style is not working against the Seahawks because the Seahawks, they play this too high umbrella coverage, and it with Purdy holding the ball, all he's really trying to do is let the receivers get down the field so he could get some bigger chunk plays. You can't do that against Seattle. The way to get chunk
no,
plays
they
against
don't let
Seattle
you.
is to run the
They
ball
just
and get
bait
yards
you.
after the catch.
They just
So
bait you, which they did against Brock
yeah,
multiple times. They just bait you,
yeah.
and
Hey, try to throw it down the field, Brock. We got you right here.
he's bro. And the other thing is, he has a high school quarterback's arm.
Yes.
You're not beating Seattle over the top with that weak of an arm ever.
No.
Julian
Stafford could.
He's literally sitting there praying, please God, let Brock throw this football. And then he throws it. And he's like, oh my God, thank you, Lord. I cannot believe he just gifted me that. Because it's like, it takes 20 minutes to get there. You don't have Stafford's arm strength where it's like, okay, there's a very small window. I'm going to rip this in there. Like,
Also, the Seahawks
Purdy
have like the
can't.
fastest defense in the league, and you're trying to run away from it. You're trying to extend plays.
It's
The D
just,
linemen are faster than you. The linebackers are faster than you. Like, what are you doing?
and they know all of Kyle's answers. They
Mhm.
know his hots. So they literally they'll send 7 after Brock and like, well, I know he's either going to run and get sacked or throw a pick, or he's just going to throw it to the running back and we'll just have a flat right there waiting for
They
it.
better hold on to Mac Jones because teams are catching up to Brock Purdy's style of play. And
Sam Darnold just proved you do not need an elite quarterback to win a Super Bowl, period. It's great to have one, but you don't need one.
no, and a lot of times the elite quarterback is so expensive that it's comes at like it's like a double-edged sword. It's like, when you go online and they're like, all right, let's see. Can you put together a really good team with $15? And you have like the $5
Oh,
line,
yeah,
the
yeah,
$4
yeah.
line. It's like the quarterback sometimes is in like a $10 category all by himself. And it's like, yeah, I want Patrick Mahomes, but if I got to spend 10 of the $15 on him, then no. Then no.
Yeah. It's like that's why Mahomes and Brady take pay cuts like crazy.
Yep.
Like Mahomes is rarely the top paid quarterback in the NFL. His
It's true. He just
GM
did it again.
sucks. His GM's just like John Lynch 2.0. He's terrible.
Mhm.
But it's like look at Josh Allen, look at Joe Burrow. Well, he has Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. They can't really afford anything else now. They've paid them about $200 million combined. So it's like, is that better than
Bengals have
having
a quarterback,
Seattle?
2 wide receivers, and that's their team, and they suck.
And like that's the worry about Seattle. If JSN commands 42 a year this year, I mean that puts a dampering on your salary. Like, is he worth it? Yes.
Yeah.
But that's tough, dude.
And then they start getting in that Minnesota Vikings territory where it's like, okay, we have the highest paid wide receiver in the league, and we want him, and we have Darnold, who isn't on a rookie deal, but he's not the highest paid quarterback. Like, could we get cheaper here? Like, could we go get a guy on his rookie deal? And then you end up with Anthony Richardson.
Yeah. So, or Jalen Milroe, same thing.
That was so funny. I mean, looking back on them drafting Jalen Milroe, even the Seahawks weren't sold on Sam Darnold. They were like, yeah, I mean, we'll see how this goes.
And I mean, Sam Darnold wasn't really good in the playoffs. He looked like Jimmy. He didn't really do anything. He was kind of along for the ride the entire playoff run.
He didn't have to do much, but I thought he did stuff against the Rams. He did enough.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Yes. Against the Rams. Yes. But like, against Niners, people were like, oh, Sam Darnold cooked you guys. He didn't really do anything. He literally
he completed like 50% of his throws, and he was injured, and he just managed the game. He was mature.
And then same against the Patriots. He did absolutely nothing that entire game. Like,
he didn't have to.
And like, it's like, but that's where Purdy should look and be like, oh, sometimes I can just get the ball out. I don't have to hold
it. Doesn't have to be about me.
Yeah. Like, I don't get it, man. It's so bad, and it's never gotten better. In fact, it's just gotten worse. We say it every year, like, hopefully his time to throw goes down, and then it goes up.
Yep.
Hopefully it goes
down. And in 2024, we gave him the excuse like, oh, well, he was pressing because he wanted to get that contract. He was trying to prove something. Okay. Then he came back in 2025 and held the ball even longer with the contract.
Yep. And remember what we said when Mac Jones was like, it was finally Purdy's turn. We're like, well, Purdy can't use the excuse that he has no time. He has to run away. And then
Mhm.
people were still using that excuse. Well, dude, did you see the line, the weapons? Mac Jones beat the Rams with
Mac
Demarcus
Jones
Robinson.
can't run. He had a PCL injury. He's got a dad bod. He stands in one spot. I'm
Like,
just saying.
I don't get it, man.
Yeah.
I want Mac as my quarterback, though. I'll tell you
They
that
better
much.
not leave. Joseph Ehrenberg says BP is a disgrace to the quarterback position and a loser.
I love
Then
you,
he says,
Joseph.
I hope Kyle and Niners never win a Super Bowl, fire everyone. And then he says Kyle is a generational loser stuck in his dad's shadow. Joseph,
Do you
you
think
always
Joseph
bring
likes Kyle?
he's a ray of sunshine on this show. Thank you so much. Lyle Bolliard, 8082, says if the Niners don't get a high second round pick for Mac Jones, then you don't trade him. Niners gave up a second round for Jimmy G, and Mac is a lot better.
I'm going to say something. I don't think you trade him regardless. Unless it is literally a first rounder, I don't trade Mac. Mac is better than your starter. He is cheaper than your starter. Your starter is going to get hurt. He has every year of his career. Do not trade your backup quarterback.
Yeah, trading Mac Jones, you only do it because you assume that Brock Purdy is going to stay healthy. Like, why would you assume that?
Yeah.
His
Literally,
frame,
unless
his playing style, plus that's not even accounting for the fact that the dude has thrown 21 picks in his last 20 starts, and the issue keeps getting worse and worse and worse.
Like, I'll tell you this. If you could trade Mac Jones in first-round pick swap to jump up for Kenyon Sadiq, sure, you could do it. Or like someone like that, or like a Jordan Tyson, sure, do it. But if it's not going to make like a legit impact, like I don't care about a second rounder, but we can't draft in the second round. We can't draft in the first round. I don't care.
I would
Don't
say
trade him.
this front office should not trade up.
If it's for
I
Kenyon
think the
Sadiq,
front
I'd be
office that
happy.
traded for Trey Lance should never, ever, 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 ever trade up again.
See, I disagree. I don't mind taking the swing. Especially if it's, but no, my thing is not for a Trey Lance. Again, for a Kenyon Sadiq, for a Jordan Tyson, for a Caleb Downs, for these prospects where it's like, if you
I don't
missed,
like it.
no one would blame you if you missed.
Okay, but like if you trade up, you're doing it like they did for Ayuk, where you're moving up 6 spots and you're
Yes,
trading like a 4th or 5th round pick.
Yeah.
You can't trade multiple firsts for a college player.
No, I agree.
Because if he's not good, because you don't really know he's a college player. If he's not good, it's the Trey Lance thing all over again.
Well,
if you
that's
trade
what
multiple firsts, it's for Max Crosby.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like it would
Yeah.
be if like say Kenyon Sadiq's there 10 picks at, because the only one that would probably go Kenyon Sadiq in front of us is the Eagles, a few picks ahead of us. Say it gets like 18 and you get a call, hey, we'll give you a pick swap if you give us Mac. What do you think? We just swap first, you send us Mac, you get Kenyon Sadiq. If I was the Niners, I'd say yes. Like I don't think that's that's an instant impact player that's going to play on your football team and be a big deal. But yeah, other than that, no. It would have to be, don't trade 2 firsts because they don't know what to do. They're too confused.
I just noticed the 49ers helmet behind you. Where'd you get that?
My high school football coach.
Really? He used to play for the Niners?
No, he had the helmet and he gave it to me.
That's what's up. What position did you play?
Safety.
Oh, you were a hard hitter, huh?
No.
No.
I played
Ball
safety
hawk,
and
huh?
receiver, and I got obliterated at safety, so I just mainly played receiver.
All day, every day, Kim says anyone who believes this regime will draft well and win a chip is in dreamland, and it's a nightmare. Overpaid quarterback, terrible
Correct.
owner,
Yep.
GM, overrated coach.
Not overrated coach. I think the coach is good. I think people give Kyle a lot of shit, and he's very, very good.
Is he? I don't know.
Yes.
I don't. I give him a lot of shit. I mean, he did a lot of things well this last year. He had a great DC. The thing with Kyle and his offense, it feels like for the last 3 years, his game plan, his approach has been spam CMC every year. And when CMC isn't there, he has no ideas. I don't know, man. I expect a little bit more from Kyle because I hold him at such high regard. Such high regard. Come on, dog. The spam CMC stuff is a little stale. We need a new offense from you. It's kind of like Steve Kerr. Like Steve Kerr was seen as the best coach in the league, and now it's like, dude, your offense is the same shit it was 10 years ago, Steve.
I'm telling you, man, they need to package like 2 firsts and Purdy and go get Bijan. He would be way more impactful to this organization than getting an elite
As
quarterback.
long as Kyle is spamming CMC and using Kyle Juszczyk, I gotta wonder if he's a little past his prime. I'm looking for like the next iteration, like Kyle Shanahan 2.0, and he's being like, no, I don't have that.
He doesn't.
No, I'm bringing back Debo. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm bringing back Kendrick Bourne. Like, okay, all right, man. Why don't you take the job at Amazon before John does? If that's what you're gonna do, just keep running.
He
out
was
Juszczyk.
actually pretty good on the media.
I'm saying
He's handsome as shit.
he's got
funny,
a lot of insight.
You know, he's charismatic.
Handsome as shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
He's
tell him
got
that
that
next time I
whole
see him.
George
Kyle, you are
Clooney.
handsome as shit.
Just tell him, be like, Kyle, honestly, you're on your George Clooney flow lately. He might get
Wow.
a drink with you after that.
I know I criticize your coaching a lot, but have I told you how handsome you are?
I mean,
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, he's daddy. Not gonna lie. That might be why I don't want to fire him.
I'm gonna get a call from the Niners PR director. Did your co-host call Kyle Shanahan daddy? Yeah, I didn't. Well, I talked to him about it. I told him you can't.